Okay, this is a breakdown on exactly how my client here, Carter, can begin to make those 20, 30K plus months. All he needs to do is just adjust a few things. Now, my client Carter here, to give a background, he is only used to email marketing. So he would get his clients only from email. Now, okay, that might work for you, but in the long run, it's not going to work. You're constantly doing cold outreach, and when someone searches you up, nothing comes up. Automatically, they're gonna think it's a scam. So that's why content is just so powerful. And he started to realize that. So we started his Instagram account and his YouTube account and his LinkedIn. He figured out that building a brand is one of the most strongest things that you can ever build. Now to start with the breakdown. Now right here at his profile picture, there's no clear face. I can't tell who this is, meaning that already breaks my trust. I don't know who this guy is. Why should I follow him? Just purely based off of his profile picture. That's why it's really good to put a face on there, because it's your brand. People are going to buy from you, not with what you do. That's where we move on here. These are the rules. So have a clear picture of your face. Again, I'm going to repeat it and constantly repeat it. That's so important because that's how people know who you are. They know that that's you because it shows it shows you. Then on your bio, you can put who you help, how you help them, and keep it simple. And then you can also put a call to action. Like I put DM grow if you're ready to grow your business. Then put a call link, and don't put too many links. Don't put more than 2 links, because when people have a choice or a lot of choices, they're just going to choose none. And that's just the hard truth. So now going to the highlight. Results speak so much. The more results you show, the more people will trust you, because if you have results, that means what you're doing works. And that's so important. Then behind results is behind the scenes, showing people what you're doing, and that shows trust. And it can also build authority, that you're showing that you're working with your clients and growing something in the background. It can be a double killer, especially if you don't have as many results. Showing a lot of behind the scenes is great, because again, it can build both authority and trust. Then I recommend putting your YouTube, because your YouTube is going to be your main home. That's your main guy. People spend the most time with you, which is what's most important. That's where people actually buy from you. Then right here, I recommend putting your business down, because there's people that are going to be out there looking at your stuff, and they're going to buy automatically because they're in love with you. Remember, your brand, you. So I recommend putting that link there in the highlights, because they're looking more into you. So they're just going down the funnel, looking at your stuff. So the more they consume, they're going to find that link and they're going to be like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to buy from this guy. I like him too much. I know what he does works, so I trust him to help grow my business. So boom, that's it. Now look, Sui does the same exact thing. And Sui's making over $224,000 a month. He keeps it simple in his description. I make coaches more money. He puts his business here, and then he puts his YouTube channel. YouTube channel is the most powerful thing to have, because YouTube is, again, where people buy from you. That's what's most important. Your short form content is going to be only top of funnel content. That's where people are going to find out exactly who you are. And then from there, they're going to go to your YouTube and find exactly what your process is and who you are again. Because who you are sets you apart in your market. You want to be sharing your beliefs and values. Now, let's not skip too ahead. But here, he shows more proof. This is behind the scenes of life. More proof from his clients to show that exactly what he does works, and it works well. He has more testimonials here, more clients, more client results. Here, he is just a proof. He's just proof that being able to show as many results as possible works so well, because no one's going to doubt what you do doesn't work. That's just how it is. Now again, right here, have a clear profile picture, clear who you help, and then highlights, show results, testimonials, behind the scenes. That's what's most important. Now, on the content, make sure you find 3 things that set you apart in your market. Your values and beliefs is something that's so big. Now, it's good to share some informational stuff, like if you help people get 6-packs, that's good. But don't give too many tips and tricks on it, because anybody can do that. You look the same. But sharing your actual values that you have in your head through experiences is what really sets you apart. It can be a client story. It could be a story that you learned inside of a store. You know, it could be anything. That's what really sets you apart, and that's how you get remembered. Now, let's say you were going to share your processes. It's cool, but no one cares about it. People care about what it gets. People buy implementation, not your information. So give them everything. Tell them how it works, why it works, and include all the answers. Because people don't like gatekeepers. Why are you trying to hide knowledge that helped you? Just give it all away. That's what sets you apart in your market as well. Because everybody wants to put a paywall. And if you're the one who doesn't put a paywall, that already sets you way apart in your market. Then for the content as well, make sure you cut the ums, the uhs, the you know, and the etc. Because it just makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about. And it makes everything else look like fluff. If I'm speaking with it just makes me look super unconfident and unprofessional. And the message that you're trying to bring along doesn't doesn't feel as good as if you said no ums or uhs and you know. So cut it out. It's normal. You're gonna say it. But the beautiful thing about editing, make sure you either give it to your editor or you give it to yourself, or you edit yourself and cut out the ums and ahs. Sometimes we can make boring videos. That's why you have to watch it as if we're a viewer, not as if we created the video. Now, once you find those 3 things that set you apart, make sure that you double down on it. And the way you know it's working is with the views, with the follows, with the comments, what people are saying to you, if they're positive or if they're not positive. That can also be if no one is saying anything to you, because it's telling you that your content is bad. It's not that no one knows you yet. No, it just means that your content is not good yet. And that's good. That's where everybody begins. But make sure you start changing it up. You don't keep it the same, because it's not working now and it's not going to work tomorrow and it's not going to work next month. Really sit down with yourself and communicate with yourself what can set you apart in your market, and write it down and keep it up on a board, in a Notion, something, so that you know exactly what to fall down to. Now, going to the long form content. Same rules apply. Right here, same rules apply when it comes to your profile. You don't really have to add a description or anything, because not a lot of people watch YouTube on their computers, and if they do, they're not really looking at your bio. So it's really good to look professional. I have my work here on my profile. I just have me working here on my computer on a meeting, and then my profile picture from Instagram as well. Just remember, you want that clear face, and then have my name here, and then that's about it. Make sure it's very simple, but it's you. Make sure it's you. You're not showing some random thing that doesn't apply to you. The reason I chose to put the work here is because I'm always working, and that's a good thing to show people. And I think I really value that, because no matter where I am, I'm going to be grinding and working, because I know that if I grind here on my business, everything else around me is going to grow. I'm going to be able to have more time to my family, my girlfriend, friends, like, you know, things like that. So I like to value that. And then my profile picture, it shows my face. It shows one of my favorite colors. And that's pretty much it. As long as people can see my face and who I am, that's fine. Now, the most important things for you, YouTube, this is where people are going to buy from you, are the 3 pieces of content that are required that make you a lot of money. First, it's vlogs. Vlogs is really well for building that trust and authenticity, to show people that you're really human, and to show people your values and beliefs, your lifestyle. And most importantly, people will fall in love with you. Remember, I'm repeating it on purpose. People will fall in love with you, not with what you do. So no matter what in your entrepreneur journey, you're going to change businesses. People are going to follow along with you, not the business that you're creating. This is where you can really show what you do in a day. And it can also keep you accountable. Let's say that you're having a really bad day and you know you have to vlog. So you have to do the work because people are depending on you. Then going to the second one, VSLs. Now this is where you can brag about yourself, brag about your process. Now, let's say you don't have many results with your process. You can also connect to someone who has more authority than you. Because in business, a lot of people already have the same exact process, and that's the truth. I've had many mentors and business partners. You know, the businesses that they had before and what they currently have are the same exact thing. Now, it's just the way that they label themselves, and of course the knowledge that they have, but it all ends up being the same exact thing. So you find somebody who has almost the exact same process as you, and you put them in your content. For example, you can put Alex Hermosi's process made me $150K a month, and really it's your process. It's not his. And already you were down here and they were up here. Just because you mentioned them and you're following the same exact process as they are, puts you at the same level as them. So you're already different. And VSLs is where you really want to sell somebody. This is a video sales letter. This is good for before a call. This is where people are going to buy from you. So it's really important to really brag about yourself, but in a way to where people will trust you. This is where authority should be seen. And it shows what you are doing is working for you and it's working for other people. Going to the last one. Head Talks. Head Talks is where you're really going to share a lot of your beliefs and values. Now, I recommend doing this one when you don't have the habit of building your YouTube yet. If you don't have the habit of posting on YouTube too many times, post this. Just post who you are, what you're about, and how you can help people. That's it. Very simple. You can put some B-roll over it, and that's it. Videos don't have to be too long. I recommend around 10 minutes and above. Anything lower than that, it's just not enough time to spend with you. Now, let's say that you're still trying to build that habit and you're not good. Okay, then you can post maybe a little shorter, 7 minutes minimum. But YouTube is where people want to spend the most time with you. So make sure you make the videos longer than 10 minutes, especially if it's about you, because that's what makes you memorable, and that's what matters most in business. Now, all these 3 combined, they each build trust and authority, and those are the 2 things that you need in business to last forever. Trust can get you into any room, can get you talking to anybody, and authority can do the same exact thing. Now, you can't have one without the other. If you build authority, you're also building trust. If you're building trust, you're also building authority. So make sure you focus on those 2 things, trust and authority. Now, if you want a copy of the same exact board so that you can look at it yourself, it's going to be down in the description. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one, and keep creating and keep trying to become better. See you guys.